Welcome to Rap in Order, the interrogation of a hip-hop album, where we take some of the culture's most beloved hip-hop albums, put them on the stand, see if they stood the test of time. Now let's see who we got on the stand today.
Dun dun.
Welcome to another episode of Rap in Order. I'm First Class Regg.
And I'm Taurian B.
Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do Sremmlife 2, which is the second studio album from Rae Sremmurd. Eardrummers backwards, you know how that goes. It's the second studio album following the success of Sremmlife, which came out in 2015. This came out in 2016. It was led by the singles By Chance, Look Alive, Black Beatles, and Swang. The album had features from Kodak Black, Juicy J. Production was handled by Mike Will. Gucci Mane's on this album. Little John's on this album. Gucci Mane's clone, right? And yeah, this album followed very quickly after Sremmlife 1 because the success of Sremmlife 1, I think, was it's not that it was unexpected, but I think it was like bigger than what they anticipated.
I think it was absolutely unexpected. They just came out of nowhere. They had that song No Flex Zone, and it just took off and like out of nowhere. Like,
they had all the formulas on Sremmlife 1 for a big album, and it worked out. And they followed it up fast. What you think of this album?
So you were a huge advocate for Rae Sremmurd, and I remember like when we were at South by Southwest, like remember we went to that show,
and they got shut down.
Yeah, they shut their music off because like there was a curfew, so they just started performing a cappella, and like the crowd started like singing their songs with
and nobody left.
And security was just like sick, but like I have footage of it too. So I just think that, you know, from that, and you know, and like I trust like your musical opinion. I was just like I don't want to hear these high pitched kids that look like crisscross. But I am like a huge Mike Will advocate. Like I argue that Mike Will of the new crop of producers is that boy, and I think Regg's a Metro Boomin guy, right?
Yeah, newly, but I think Metro, I think he surpassed him, but Mike Will kind of is the leader of the newer crop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I trusted that. So like I listened to this project and I was like, all right, this is like a fun project. So for this episode, we revisiting it and listening to it with the ears that I you know over time, I was like, wow, this album is really good, and I really think that it's a certain point in this album where like they should have just stopped, and I think they would have had a perfect album for the genre that they have, because like they basically made a subgenre, like it's just party rap.
Yeah.
And like that's fine, like for the lane that they're in, and I think that they really should have stuck with it. But I think what happened is that like that Sway Lee kind of like fell in love with being like the hook man,
the go-to guy,
the hit maker.
Yeah. And I mean, how could you not, right? Because around this time when this came out, Sway Lee was he got writing credits on Lemonade.
For Formation.
Yeah, for Formation.
Lady,
you know?
Get information.
He did the hook for that. So like after that, he was on fire, you know? He was on fire because he had what else he had? He had Unforgettable.
Yeah, Unforgettable with French Montana.
Yeah.
And French Montana just would not shut up about this song. Like, yo, Sway Lee got like 100 more of these, and that's why like we thought like his album was going to be such a big deal.
Yeah.
And like it wasn't. Like,
Sway Lee was supposed to be that guy, and but this album was kind of the prelude to what Sway Lee went on to do, at least for the next 2 years or so, with just hopping in and out of like doing different hooks for people, you know. But I don't think he fully lived up to the title that he was getting, in my opinion.
I don't think so either. Like I said, like they were crowning him like the next like hit maker. Like basically, like what basically they were saying like he was gonna be able to do like what Young Berg does now on a regular basis. Well, hit maker as he's called now. Like as far as like helping artists, and I think that he was like very helpful because like obviously like Mike Will produces it. Mike Will tells Sway Lee just go into the studio, like come up with something. They'll give a song to Miley, or they will give a song to whoever he's working with, Bruno Mars, whoever. So he has something. I just don't think that he's like what they was. Yeah. Well, put it like this: I think a lot of the songs these albums given to other artists are even bigger songs.
I think so too. I think
Sway Lee could work with Billie Eilish, and really like.
I can see that. I can see that. But Sway Lee is still getting money off that. What's the song that's in the Spider-Man? With Ty Dolla $ign.
With Ty Dolla, the song with Ty Dolla $ign, and then what song did he do for Post Malone?
What did he do for Post?
He did a song for Post Malone as well. You're right. He did do a song with Ty Dolla $ign, but he did a song with Post as well. That's.
Oh yeah, Sunflower. That's the one.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And I think it's Ty Dolla on that too. No. That's just them two. That's Sway Lee and Post.
Okay,
but he does have a song with Ty Dolla. So this was around a big time for him. Like he did like a lot of really big hooks. This album he kind of got a chance to showcase that and showcase like his creativity more. But I've always been more of a Slim Jimmy guy because he's more like reckless. He's the wild card. Like he's just there to rap, say some crazy shit, but at the same time he kind of has some in between the fun bars. He has some like, oh shit, like he said that he got that off. And there's a lot of moments on this album like that. And this is, mind you, just a year turnaround time of them putting out their debut. So wasn't that much of a big difference between the two albums. But this is just an extension, especially in a feeling. And it kicks off with Start a Party. Start a Party, the fucking energy, the yelling. They yelling like their fucking voices are cracking while they're rapping. It's great. And that's why a lot of people thought they were younger than what they were. Because when they rap, they 40. Sound... Yeah, them niggas is like definitely up there in age. And when they came out, they're not 40. But when they came out, a lot of people thought that they were kids. That was like part of their appeal. I used to call them I was like, oh yeah, they're like Crisscross, but like, you know, that live on a dangerous block in a dangerous neighborhood and go to parties.
They was grown fucking men.
Yeah, they're grown. And but this was fun. Start a Party is a great way to start this album off.
Yeah, I think it definitely lets you know like where they're taking it, and I kind of think it kind of like it goes through different like moods of a party on this project. And I think like when you first get to the party, like you're like excited, you see your friends, and like this is how this opener kicks off. And obviously I have to be in like a kind of like mood to hear Sway Lee's voice this much. So like I had to like really like just be like, all right, listen, like you got to do it for this episode. And so like it actually kind of had me like in a good mood and like kind of like bouncy and stuff like that, and like cheesy with showing my teeth and shit. So
this was good. And if it's followed up by Real Chill, which features Kodak Black, another banger. Slim Jimmy described himself on this song as Frank Lucas with a grill. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, because it was just like, all right, what the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Like, what, Frank Lucas with a grill.
Yeah.
But nah, this one is good. Kodak, you know, problematic as he is, man, the guy can rap.
Yeah, this is around the time when he dropped his project Little Baby Tupac.
Yeah.
Little Biggie
Pac, I think. Yeah, no, Kodak really went off on this. The beat on this is great.
The video for this is great.
I don't think I ever saw the video.
Every single one of their videos for this album is at a party.
Of course it is. That's
every
the
single
element.
one, like literally all of them. They're just different kinds of parties. Like, This one is like a house party, like at night. Like it looks like a party, like on the block where they film Stranger Things or some shit.
Oh shit! I gotta check this out.
It looks like that. Like it's pretty cool though.
I never seen this one. I gotta check that out. And so that one is followed by Chance, which is a great chorus. Bad bitch with a 10. Bad bitch with a suntan. Do you have that by chance? It's dope. It's just fun.
I enjoyed it. So obviously I'm not a user of drugs, neither is Regg. But if you have friends that are users of drugs and you've gone out to parties with them like I have, you watch them and you see how much fun they have when this song comes on, and it just it took me back to that time. And I was
very
just thinking
specific
about it.
time.
Yeah, very specific time.
Yeah.
Where like you could see some like certain songs will come on, you just look in your friend's eyes and just be like, okay, all right. So
I know what time it is. Do your thing, brother.
Yeah.
But By Chance is fun. The chorus is fun. It's another like feel good song, and then Look Alive comes on right after that, which was another big single for them. Yeah, we're in a roll.
No, it's and it keeps going. Like Mike because like Mike like obviously like you could tell Mike Will put down his stems and then like he worked with other people and stuff like that, but like he really produced his ass off with this project.
I like how Mike Will takes these artists on as like projects for himself, and it's kind of a way for him to exercise his own creativity and with his production. That's why I like him so much, because he's so good at like giving artists complete projects and like working with them and getting in their world, but then also just giving them his style.
I would love for him to just give Beyonce a whole album.
That'd be fire.
Or give Jay a whole album. I remember when I thought that was happening.
Yeah, I don't know what Mike Will isn't as active as he used to be. I wonder if he's working on something big, maybe Ransom 3. Ransom 2 did really good, and so did Ransom 1. Those are his compilation albums. But I think he needs to get back in his bag. I mean, he's about to, because Sremmlife 4 is coming out.
I think that he just like wanted to enjoy being rich.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's
sometimes it's that simple.
Yeah, I literally think that's what happened. Like,
sometimes it is that simple.
Like, just, the spotlight.
And then Black Beatles. Black Beatles features Gucci Mane. Did you do the mannequin challenge when this came out?
Yeah, I sure did.
Niggas was at parties just
like trying
pausing.
to get trying
That's
to get moments.
Nuts.
Yeah.
It's crazy because when I used to see that, it's like, yo, all these niggas can get robbed right now.
That's the Detroit and Red. She'll be planning on robbing somebody.
Y'all just standing still. How, you gonna commit? You gonna commit to the game? You just gonna stand still while somebody go in your pockets? But no, this was one of the first songs that I remember the ripple effects of going viral. Like a dance, a moment. They did this shit at concerts when they performed this. It was cool to see. Like, for you to, like, see it on the other end, watching that shit on your phone with everybody at a party, not moving.
I remember it was one where they were just, like, going through the whole crowd just looking at people not moving. I was like, yo, this is nuts.
This is crazy. And then it kind of reaches, like, that point where everybody moves at the same time.
Yeah.
It was cool to see, but yeah.
And then with Clone Gucci, like, this was, like, him. Yeah. This was right before everybody
He was
out.
right back home.
Yeah.
He came home to this. That was crazy. Yeah. It was a huge song for Gucci to come back to.
Exactly.
It lined up perfect. And then, everybody was saying that Gucci had a clone because he came back. He was in shape. He was he was super positive. The only time that we saw a like glimmer of old Gucci back then was when I think some dude looked like he wanted to pop off at his book signing. Remember that?
Yes, I do remember.
Yeah. Some dude popped up.
Old Gucci's still there. Like, it was that moment when Charlamagne interviewed him and he called Angela a little bitch.
Oh yeah.
and then at the verses with Jeezy when he said they put Pookie dirt.
They smoking on Pookie.
Yeah, smoking on Pookie. Put that nigga in the dirt.
Smoking on Pookie pack tonight.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah, that nigga.
Like, glimmer. We get small glimmers.
We get glimmers
of old go out.
Yeah. He definitely has a punching bag at home. Yeah. He just lets it out. Yeah. So Black Beatles is followed by Shake It Fast, which features Juicy J. Whew.
Yeah. So did you see this video?
Yeah.
It's a pool party.
Yeah. Okay. I saw this video.
One. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that is the theme. I love how they lean into that. Juicy J is like he's parsley for party anthems. Like, you can put him on any party song. It fucking works. And he's been giving you the same flow for almost 40 years.
And it just works.
It's never old.
It's never going to change.
Never old.
I think that's dope about like certain Southern artists. I think like that's something that like East Coast artists like envy of like West Coast artists and Southern artists. Like they don't have to change their flow. Like their flow is their staple. That's like their thing and like they're beloved for it.
Yeah, that's
true.
But
in New York, like, nah, they be like, yo, I'm so tired. Well, I mean, Jay-Z and Nas, like, Nas don't really have like a flow, like, but like Jay-Z, like the way he flows, like, he's had to change his flow multiple times.
Yeah, I think Nas, funny enough, he's in his almost 50 now, and he's changing his flow and exercising his different skill sets now, which I think is interesting and giving him even more of a lifeline. Yeah. Yeah, Hit Boy is definitely making them young again.
Yeah.
Shake It Fast is followed by Set the Roof featuring Little John, which I like, but
This is a DJ Mustard
yes.
beat, right? Okay.
Yeah. I think somebody like Too Short or E40 would have sounded better on this than Lil Jon. I see why they got Lil Jon, because he is the party guy and that voice, but hearing Lil Jon on a party song in 2016 is not really my vibe.
I enjoyed it, and it's actually really funny to me that how hyphy and crunk are like such a perfect marriage.
Yeah.
Like of music, and I heard this and I was like, oh shit. At first I was like, is this a sample? And I'm like, oh no, they actually got this.
They actually got Lil Jon.
Yeah, that's dope.
Is there any inkling of like why Lil Jon kind of just slowed all the way down? I know he's still getting money, and then for a while,
I want to know what happened to the East Side Boys.
Yeah, true. For a while, I know he's still getting money, but like, and then also for a while, he kind of crossed over and was doing he was getting money with like LMFAO. Remember them?
Yeah.
Because he had like those songs that came on.
Nephews.
I did not know that.
You didn't know
shit.
that?
Nah.
Yeah, they're related to the Gordys. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking plants.
Yeah, son.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably why they named LMFAO, laughing at us, like about to get all his money and just disappear.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Set the Roof on Fire is followed by Came a Long Way, which is introspective Sremmurd's. Not really my cup of tea. It's still good. It's not a bad song. Got some bounce to it that I like.
Yeah, this is Scaring the Hoes music.
Yeah, it's not really, especially for them. It's just like, yo, what y'all doing?
Yeah.
But it's not a bad song. But this is not what you want from Sremmlife, you know? This ain't Sremmlife. You be telling me how you feeling about fame and shit. Get to these party songs, nigga.
Yeah. Oh, I think it was just placed wrong.
Yeah,
ended, that song
maybe it could have ended, yeah, because they're already talking about the life that they live in, the fame that they've attained, the ripple effects of it, and shit like that. Now that I know, Sway Lee killed this chorus.
So I was more excited about what Slim Jimmy did on this track. I like Sway Lee's like hook, like it was nice, but like I really like the energy. Like he picked the energy back up because on track 8, it was already bringing me down.
Yeah.
And Sway Lee opens it, and then Slim Jimmy just comes in and it's like a shot of adrenaline. I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah. You kind of needed that, and this is why they balance each other out. Because Sway Lee, you can tell he really cares about the art of this shit. Like whether or not, how it's received is like another story, but he really cares about like the shit that he puts out, and you can tell when you listen to choruses like this.
Right.
And Slim Jimmy, I feel like that nigga takes no time with his verses. It just works. Like I feel like with him and Sway Lee, they have very different creative processes, and you can just tell. Slim Jimmy would just go in there and just be like, "Yo, cut it on, nigga," and just start rapping, and that's it. And that's probably why we haven't gotten anything from them in a while. I think that shit kind of hit, ahead. They're probably getting a lot of money from this next project. That's because I don't think they really. For a while, it was rumors about them beefing. So
yeah, I'll say this much: Migos won the group wars.
Yes, Migos did win, even though they looking kind of shaky right now.
Yeah,
but
they still won because they put out more projects. And I feel like they actually are. They can, like, some people can argue them as one of the greatest rap groups of all time. I don't think Rae Sremmurd can get that argument.
Yeah, you're right. They did win. Back then for me it was a little different. I was like, yo, I don't know, man. I'm running with this Sremmlife. But Migos have, in the long run proven themselves, like not just in the, with their music, but in the culture. Like they fucking manifested and created a whole flow.
Yep.
That's used today.
Yep.
Like, there's no denying it. Let me see here.
Take It or Leave It.
Take It or Leave It is the next song. It's experimental for them. Sway Lee was trying to take it to the next level.
Sounds like a 90s boy band song.
Yes, it does. It does. And very different. I feel like Slim Jimmy probably didn't even want to do this song.
So it sounds like Soul for Real, like if Soul for Real had it, she was out of here or something.
Yeah, this is right up the alley of Sway Lee. He's like, yo, we just got to do this. We got to take this next level. We got to try something different. We got to show them we're not one dimensional.
Another Bad Creation would have killed this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious how it ended up on the album, but I feel like Sway Lee really championed this sound.
Yeah, of course he did.
And then we have a little detour.
This is where shit goes left.
Yeah, Do Yoga is the next song on this album.
There was no need for this song.
This is a throwaway. This is definitely a throwaway. I didn't like this one at all. I want to see where they was trying to go with this.
They were just being horny dudes.
Yeah. My girl Do Yoga. Like, all right, bro. Yeah. Who the fuck cares? I don't need a whole song about it. This is a bar. Just say this as a bar.
Like, you could tell, like, these were they were, like, the last batch of niggas that, like, still bought nasty magazines.
All the way. Yeah. I can see that.
Look how she posing. Like, man, you got the internet, bro.
Yeah, word. Yeah, use some fucking internet, losers. Over here's the next song. Another one I'm not really that big on.
I hate this song.
This is kind of just a nosedive.
The drop is so bad after song 10. It's like, wow.
Yeah. And then, you got Swang, which I love.
The production is great.
Yeah.
But I didn't need it.
Yeah.
I can argue that this album should have been 10 songs, and that's it.
I think it should have been 10 as well. I think what's interesting is that, I think when they made this album, they were still trying to figure out if they were more than just party song dudes, Yeah. And I think midway through, Sway Lee was like, nah, we got more to us than that. And that's how you get songs like Came a Long Way or Now That I Know or Take It or Leave It. You get those songs because they're trying to prove their versatility. And then case in point, it was probably creative differences, and that's how they got Sremmlife 3 to be double album. So they're like, yo, you do your own thing, I'm going to do my own thing, but it's going to come out together,
Yeah, but they ain't Outkast.
Yeah, exactly. They're not Outkast. And I think that's who they were trying to model them after a while. Yeah. With Slim Jimmy being the big boy, and Sway Lee obviously being Andre, being eclectic, and they
don't got a Dungeon family of friends, then they not talented as them boys. So
nah, they not.
Work, but I get
so
it.
Yeah, it didn't work. But I'm very curious to see what they come out next. But this wraps up with Just Like Us, little crossover attempt, right?
Very very SoCal. It was cool, and like I got where they were going with this one as well. Like when you were explaining, so I was like, all right, I get it. Okay, but I was just like, it's missing the mark.
It is. And again, this is not what I want from the Sremmurds. I just really want feel good party songs. It's kind of like when, what people say about Pusha, you listen to him for the coke raps and just, Martin Scorsese, you watch gangster flicks. Like, that's what you want.
I listen to Megan Thee Stallion because I want to hear her talk about her pussy and shaking ass.
Absolutely. I don't want to hear Meg say, yo, came from the bottom, it was tough. I'm just like, yo, nah, wait. I
don't want to hear Megan saying we got to empower ourselves. None of that shit.
Nah.
No, leave that to No Name and Kamaya. Not even Kamaya got party records. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
what's homegirl's name? Rhapsody.
Yeah, Rhapsody.
Like, leave that to them.
Yeah.
Megan, you keep shaking your ass and
shake that ass, girl.
Tell everybody to drive the boat.
I want Meg to be like, I want Meg to have a career like Tina Turner, where like no matter how old she gets, she got her legs out.
Nah, bro.
Yo, do it. Why not? She gotta do that.
I'm just dying laughing. Megan at 60, like, her knees is still 30.
Because it's gonna be, because she's gonna get to that age where like people go see it, like, yo, yeah, go girl, go Meg. We remember, yeah, bro. Cause she can't perform Savage and not do the dance. She gotta stay limber.
She gonna be pissed at herself when she's 60.
Yeah, because this is all her catalog.
Like the routine.
This is all her catalog, bro. So she gonna be out there. She gonna
definitely not doing that leg thing that they do.
Where that's gonna be painful. Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
Ambulance on high alert. But yeah, so that brings us to the end of this album. Sremmlife 2, how do you feel?
Sremmlife 2, I'll give it a 3 out of 5 waffles. It's an enjoyable album, and I'll say that 9 out of the 14 records I enjoy. And even though like some people might say, oh, it gets repetitive, like this is what I want to hear from them. So I'm cool on that, right? I get that Sway Lee is like a talented, songwriter, and it was certain things that he was trying to show his versatility, but he could have just kept those tracks and gave it to something. It would have been those tracks would have been better served somewhere else than on this album, because on this album, like they're marketed as like these party boys, so it's kind of like something that you just don't want. It just doesn't make sense, and I think like it kind of like messed with their brand, where he should have just done certain things solo, and it would have worked out better.
I agree with that, and then again, like that's I think that's also what led to the creation of the way that they did Sremmlife 3, because it was so separated and it was so different. But Sremmlife 2 is fun, like you said. If they just cut off like maybe like 4, maybe 5 songs on this album, it would have been great. I think they went on with they ventured off a little too left for what I like from them. But I will give it a 3 out of 5 as well.
Yeah, I like that energy.
Yeah. So I feel comfortable with that. I think our listeners should revisit it. I don't think Rae Sremmurd comes up enough in conversation, but they have some solid shit out there, man. And they the party boys. I like it. I'm First Class Regg,
and I'm Taurian B.
We out of here, y'all.